fulfill your destiny.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. First off, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support on that first video. It did so much better than I would have ever expected. So thank you so much for taking the time and watching it. Now we are going to dive in specifically on the TV shows. So how to watch Star Wars TV shows. You either know this or you don't. There's a really weird thing with the TV shows where there's some of them you might know really well and really enjoy it, and some you might not know even exist. So I'm going to dive in with you and explain that to you. So first off, we're going to start with Star Wars The Clone Wars. This is like one of the biggest ones, and currently to this day, today's May 4th, so may the 4th be with you. This one actually just finished today. The last episode of season 7 just dropped today, and oh my god, it shook me how crazy dark it got. So anyways, I'm not going to spoil anything. Just to give you a brief overview of this series here is to just, it's so good. You get, as you can tell on the poster, we get to join Anakin and Obi-Wan on their journeys across the galaxy with the Clone Wars, which is very intense and very dark at times. This honestly just bridges the gap between episode 2 and episode 3 really, really well. It gives you a lot of context on Anakin, where he's been, what he's up to, how his mind is sort of shifting into the character he later becomes. I'm not going to spoil anything again. You get to meet Obi-Wan and how he's growing up more wise and being a better father figure to Anakin. You get to meet some of the best characters ever, like Ahsoka. You get to meet her in here. You get to meet Rex and the 501st, and you get to learn a lot more information about just the war in general, which is really, really, really good. One of the key things though I want to mention here is that to understand the Clone Wars is to understand the significance of the clones. So in episode 2 you saw the whole Republic army and stuff like that. Those characters, they're more than just characters. They're actual people that are not just built to be robots. They think themselves, they can process things themselves. Some of them, as you will learn if you watch this show, don't like the war, and it's really cool how just this clone arc of understanding who they are just really develops. So that's all for this one. We're gonna move on to next one, Star Wars Rebels. This one was actually a very surprising show. A lot of people do not like Rebels because of its animated form. Clone Wars and Rebels are different animation looks and stuff. A lot of people didn't like it because of that, but honestly, if you just get through the first season's really rough to get through because it's all the backstory and what's going on, but get through it and I promise you this one, oh, it just shocks you in so many different ways. So in this story, we join sides with we got Ezra Bridger, Hera, Kanan, Zeb, Sabine, and Chopper. We got the crew. This is the Phoenix Squad. They just travel the galaxy, but their main goal is trying to free the planet of Lothal, which is Ezra's home planet of the Empire. And this is just the journey of that crew trying to do their best to free this planet. A lot of it goes wrong most of the time, but then a lot of just really deep development of the character arcs happen here. You get to learn some more things about the dark side, like Inquisitors and who they are, and just how the Sith really just operate. This one, oh, I really recommend this one. It's a very, very good show, just like Clone Wars. But yeah, this is the last animated series that they have that's worth watching. There's one more that I'll mention at the very end, but that one's fine. Next, this one is probably the most known out of all of them, is The Mandalorian. This is the live action Disney Plus show. It is beyond good. It is so good. It just really giving us an in-depth look on the Mandalorian, on Mando, our character. There is a lot of things that we don't know about the Mandalorian race in general, but Clone Wars Rebels kind of details a lot of that. So if you watch those two shows and understand who the Mandalorians are, the planet, and like all the issues that they've been through, because they've been through a lot of issues, like you'll understand Mando and like his personality so much better. Mando, our main character here, he is just a brute. This dude just does not mess with anyone. He, no matter how big you are, no matter how tough you think you are, he will take you down, and he shows us time and time again through this episode. Besides the memes of Baby Yoda, which I will spoil that for you, because if you haven't seen Baby Yoda, I don't know where you've been for the past couple of months, but he has taken over the internet, and he is really, really cute. Yeah, the Mandalorian's really, really good. This is one of the most popular shows by far on the Star Wars era, especially the three that I have. I think Mandalorian is the one that set with a lot of people a lot easier. Yeah, so the one last show that I need to bring up is The Resistance. Honestly, I wouldn't waste your time on this one. This one is not important. This one doesn't connect any of the pieces, really. All you get to learn is who Poe Dameron is, really. Not that big of a deal. We kind of learn more about him in The Rise of Skywalker. So it's, I don't know. I really don't think it's one that you should necessarily watch. And before the video ends, I just really want to ask you to give these shows a shot. I know that animation just automatically in our minds refers to like a TV show for kids and stuff like that. But I promise you, the Clone Wars and Rebels has some very, very dark moments, very intertwined and connected moments that just make so much sense, especially if you've seen the trilogy before. It is so good. I ask you, just please give it a chance. If you don't like it, I to each his own. But if you enjoy Star Wars and want just to know more information about Star Wars, please give these shows a chance. With that, that's all I have for you. So thank you so much again for just the support from last video, and thank you so much for just taking the time to watch this one. I hope you enjoyed. Today is May the 4th, so May the 4th be with you. But with that, that is all I have. So have a great rest of your day, and with that, may the Force be with you always.